Alright, welcome back to Only Divergences. Here we focus on technicals, and more importantly, those beautiful bullish divergences. So today we are introducing AMC to my analysis, and I mean, what a great stock. I had bought this stock and options before, and I like this stock. If for anything else, if only for the fact that it made a lot of people millionaires, but it also just helped regular people out there who wanted to stick it to the man and make a little extra money. So yeah, I like this stock. But on this channel, we have to be objective about the technicals here. So that's what we're going to do. Before we start, as always, a special thank you to everybody who likes my videos and all the new subscribers. I'm going to be here with you as we navigate these markets, and all I ask is that you keep me accountable and join me on this path. Okay, as always, we start on the weekly. Near term, not looking too good, not looking too hot, as we now have a second, so now we have a lower high here, right? You can say that this is a nice big thrust, and we have a second high, but this is a lower high. But I think that this lower high could probably be better seen on the daily. And there's really not much other context that we need to go over here on the weekly. So let's take a look at the daily. Okay, so the last few days have not been too good. The stock is down 25% from its recent highs, which, I mean, that hurts. But it should also have you thinking about what? About a bounce. We know that a bounce is coming, and it's coming soon. And given how fast this drop has happened, we don't know what type of a bounce it's going to be. It could be big. But we have to be on guard, guys, okay? The technicals do not look too hot. We have what looks like a bearish divergence. You can see a high here on the momentum indicator, followed by a subsequent high here, which is lower and significantly lower. On the momentum indicator here, we could see a lower high on price as well. We had persistent elevated red here, you can see, before we flipped around. And same here, the MACD did flip around here. But we can see that at least in the near term, that this right here, this move down here, it looks very similar to this move right here. So what is that? What does that mean? Well, some might say, oh, well, you're saying it's going lower. Well, no, I'm saying that during this move, we had some nice green days where the stock popped. Look, in a falling knife scenario, there is always potential for a sharp spike higher or a strong bounce. So, on the daily, we have the 100-day exponential moving average coming up here, the EMA here, which could act as support. We also have this $30 level support here, which has really been very strong. You can see back here, 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 here. It's been very strong. So on the daily, that's all I can see now. So we do need to go a little deeper to see what is possible. So let's go to the hourly now. Well, I'll tell you what I'm looking for from a strict technical analysis perspective. And it's the same thing that I saw before I bought every dip in this stock. So let's go back to, why don't we start with July 8th, right? July 8th, this day, stock gap down, exploded higher. That was a good day. Yeah, I can say that was a great day. So objectively, what did we have? Well, we had a MACD that was pretty low here, right? And one thing I want to point out is that, well, let's take a look at where our MACD is right now. It looks very similar. It's down here. Objectively, it's at -2, but that's exactly where we were here, right? But the one thing that we need to point out is that this was a gap reversal with average true range, this indicator here, Or, think of it as volatility of prices back then being much higher than they are now. So what I would say is that unless we get a really big gap lower here, to areas that I don't want to talk about, I wouldn't be going in, right? Let's look at another example. July 20th. July 20th was this day. The stock rose 24%. So what happened? Well, you can't exactly see it on the hourly. You can sort of see it. You can see this divergence here, but you can see it a bit better on the 30-minute time frame. Right, so if we pull up the 30-minute, what do we notice? Well, we notice that prior to this big move here, we had a momentum low, and then we had a subsequent momentum low that was higher than the previous momentum low, with price being relatively stable around the same area, indicating a shift in momentum. This is the holy grail of technical analysis setups, what I call the blessed bullish divergence. That resulted in a 24% day in one day, or 3,000% return in near-term options. Okay, well, after that, we had the August 24th. Oh, this feels like it was yesterday. The August 24th move. The stock went up 20%, and options rose, depending on what you bought, around 2,000%. Now, that move was, you can't really see it on the hourly, but on the daily, that was a daily breakout. Remember, we had been coming down for a long time, and we had found support, bounce a little, support, bounce, 4 bounces, and then it moved higher. So when we compare that setup to what we have right now, unfortunately, we don't have a similar technical setup. So as much as I love this stock, I like the stock, I simply cannot go long right now. I want to see at least a second MACD move lower, the divergence that I'm looking for, either on the 60-minute time frame or on the 30. And that is at least, I think, 2 days away. Just taking a look at this, we would need it to move higher here and then come back and then bounce. And then even on the 30, we would need it to, well, it's already kind of coming higher a little bit. So we want it to come a little higher, come down, and then you've got perfect bullish entry, I would think. Longer term, I think others are looking at this 30 level here, which was support. So if we do come down there, that should be support. In fact, it has to be support, if you know what I mean. And if you take a look at the orange 200-day moving average, if we do get there, that would, it would coincide with that level, I think, pretty well. So that should be a good area for a bounce. I see no reason why it wouldn't. Unfortunately, that's still 20% lower. So I'm not happy about that, but I do think we are getting closer to an area where we can see a strong bounce. So that is a positive for me at this point. I wish I really had better news about this stock at this point. I do not go short ever, so I'm just waiting to buy here. So let's see how the rest of the week shapes out. If I see something clear, I'll put up a video. If not, I'll do an update maybe in about a week. Thanks for watching, and as always, remember to like and subscribe. Have a good one, and I will see you tomorrow.